What up, y'all? This is Justin Muzak, and you're now tuned into Justified Media. I have a special guest. I've been trying to get this man in here for a minute, but we got Who's. How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Man, it's great. These are the type of interviews for me because I get to really nerd out. When I'm around producers, sound engineers, DJs, it's just interesting to pick their minds and see how it really works. You're a multifaceted individual.
Try to be.
And for you, what came first? Because, I mean, sound engineering, producing, emceeing, being an artist and all that.
Well, to the shock of nobody, I wanted to be a rapper first. I was 13 and I fell in love. Apple Music was just getting started and it didn't have Apple Music yet. It just had the radio. Where it was like Spotify, like old thing, we only had 6 shuffles and you could just play different artist radios.
Right.
It's like a weird window of time. And I just like found it. I remember it was like a Master Ace Acknowledge was the like first thing I heard, which kind of set me on my backpacker ass journey.
And what year is this?
2013.
2013.
Yeah, I'm only 26. I'm an internet baby. I'm like about to be into Spotify baby. But I fell in love with Big Pun's "You Ain't a Killer," and I loved that instrumental. And I just started trying to write raps to it. They all were terrible, absolute butt ass nothing. But I started rapping, and then 2 years went by, just being a child pretty much. And then when I was 15, I basically was like, well, I don't have a passion. I don't have a profession. I had just gotten kicked out of school and I was doing like independent study shit. So I was like, I need something. So I said, well, fuck it. Let me just make beats. I already tried to write raps. Let me try to just make the beats so I can have the raps. And then the way life worked is that they kind of were parallel for a long time. And then the beats just became the thing that expanded. And the whole reason I started learning how to be an engineer, a mix engineer, was because the people I were working with at the time had no money. I had no money. And we had to just thug it out and just start learning how to record and shit. And all I had was Ableton. I'm not a Pro Tools baby. And still to this day, not a Pro Tools baby. I'm trying to go as long as I fucking can without learning that goddamn DAW. And I'm doing everything on Ableton. So it was rapper, producer, mix engineer, but then the way the things worked out is I think people now mainly know me for being the producer, then the mix engineer, then the rapper.
Yeah, that's incredible. Usually a lot of people who are behind the scenes, they start rhyming. Because at the end of the day, it is fun to come up with lyrics and things of that nature. For me, I start off as a musician and then rap and then,
makes sense.
It's kind of same thing. Rapping, making beats, and then, beat making, and then the rest kind of goes on from there. You have a tagline, and if I butcher it, I'm sorry, but it's the sound that speaks but doesn't compromise.
Oh, yes, on my fucking website.
Yeah. I had to do some deep diving.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's something like that. Sound that speaks without compromise. Yes, wow. I haven't updated my website in a very long time.
Yeah, so explain that, because it was very profound when I read it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just what I try to aim for in every song that I work on, which I'm grateful that I get to touch a lot of things nowadays, a lot of different people's worlds, different sounds, is to just make sure that everything translates. That's the biggest thing, is that not every mix needs to be the cleanest, not every mix needs to be the dirtiest. It just needs to translate. You just need to feel it. If it feels good, that's all that matters. I've heard records to where you can barely hear what the singer, rapper, vocalist is saying. They're muffled between everything else, but because there's that wall of sound and encompasses everything, and that's the translation. So that's what that means to me, is that whatever I work on is going to speak to you. It's going to translate, even if it's not the cleanest, the dirtiest, the boomiest, whatever may have you. It's going to speak to you.
Man, that's beautiful. When you're working with these artists, because you've worked with people from, our local scene to even bigger, like Ghostface Killah, Sean, the list goes on. Do you view yourself more as a reducer sometimes? Like you're listening to it and you're like, hey, I need to take this element away, or this is doing too much, or in those instances, with bigger artists, do you see yourself more as a beat maker?
That's a great question, actually. It really depends on the relationship, because that's all this is at the end of the day. Music is a game of relationships. You know, my biggest joy is being able to be in a studio with an artist and to be able to be the producer to help create the song. Me and the homie Khan actually had a whole conversation about this the other day, just about like the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Some people don't know the difference.
They don't know the difference, but also both are very valid in their own strengths. You know, there's the classic, God, what is that? It's No Diggity. The idea that
shout out to Teddy Riley.
Shout out to Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley produced that song, but he didn't necessarily make the beat. There was a beat maker who originally created those drums in that loop, but Teddy Riley's the one that put the song together. Teddy Riley's the ones that vocal produced everybody. I think he even helped write the song, stuff like that.
Right.
So that's my biggest passion, is being the producer. There's been times where I've shot out beat packs and then a song appears and it's just, well, wasn't in the room. It's already getting put out. I got my splits. Cool. Move on with your life. You know, sometimes it's about building those connections and hoping you can get them in to the studio to build. But it's it all depends on the relationship. My biggest joy though is sitting with an artist and helping produce them, the collaboration.
Right. Are you more by ear, or did you study any music theory?
Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not.
See, I get into it with certain producers and DJs because I kind of came up where I had to learn classical and jazz.
And you know what?
And that's why I'm able to do what I do and speed up the process.
And I want to tell you right now, I fucking envy you.
Really?
Man, I'm grateful to be as self-taught as I've been. I'm a child of YouTube. YouTube University is where I got my degree.
Hey, man. Ain't no shame.
Ain't no shame. No, man.
Shout out to YouTube.
Shout out to YouTube. But even to this day, like, there are certain things that I wish I would have taken those classes or had a teacher of some kind, because there's certain things that you have a leg up on me just naturally. Just in terms of maybe chord progressions or knowing how a song flows. Like to me, I have to like sit and think, and I'm grateful that whatever creative outlet, universe, whatever the fuck gives me ideas that I can then pursue. But through your own work throughout your life in like learning music theory, you have a leg up on me. And I envy that. But at the same time, it's then, you know, two sides to every story, or two sides to every coin, whatever the fuck. Being self-taught, sometimes I think more outside of the box because I'm not as confined to, well, this has to be a 3-5-1 or whatever the fuck.
Well, I mean, look at RZA from Wu-Tang.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like a lot of people don't understand when hip hop was made, even modern day DJing, it was taking breaks from records, the drum breaks, and extending them. A lot of people in the hood, in the inner city, especially in New York, it's not like they didn't want to go and learn instruments. It's not to say that they didn't want to be classically trained musicians. It's just the resources that were available to 100%. Have a music teacher. You know, I was blessed to have parents and school to teach me these things. But back then, it's like, okay, we have to use what's available. So that's why I'm like, YouTube University, you use what you use. I mean, there's a lot of talented jazz musicians.
Super. A
lot of rock artists that did not understand music theory. I don't even think Jimi Hendrix.
No, he was. I think he was self-taught as a motherfucker. And the RZA example is a great one too, because through, of course, the Wu-Tang show, which is very hit or miss. But the sampling episode is one of my favorite things. Whenever I just need inspiration, I watch that again, because he wanted to have these musical ideas in the original, like Enter the 36 Chambers and beginning albums, but he didn't have the instruments or the capacity to do so. So you see in that show when he's trying to get the guys to play different like guitar riffs, and they're like, this is all you got. So he like copy pastes, makes different like melodies where he can by putting them all on different chops and shit. The ingenuity is one of the best parts about this genre. And that's my thing, is that I'm not the greatest musician, but I'm a very good producer and I'm an excellent thief.
Oh, I mean, the best art, we're stealing from everyone.
100%.
You know, art imitates life, life imitates art. That's where we're at these days.
100%.
Yeah, this is gonna get mad nerdy.
Oh, super nerdy.
Okay, so producer packs.
Okay.
Which super producer packs did you have? And when you found them, you felt like,
oh, you motherfucker.
Man.
Oh, man.
Because I found that Neptunes back in the day, like in 2011.
All those shitty percussion sounds.
Oh my God, when I felt like I remember hitting up our boy Razor, this like organized threat days. I was like, bro, I found the Timberland, I found the Dr. Dre, I found the Just Blaze. I was like, you don't know what I'm about to make. I think one of like a deep cut for Papa J. Ruiz was made with like one of like the jazz like.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like beat packs, and I was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do.
Man,
this is the drums.
There's the classic one that I think obviously we all try to hunt the Dilla sounds.
Oh,
and it was always a J Dilla pack you found that like had maybe one kick from a Dilla song and then a bunch of just other drum sounds that were from Dilla shit.
Yeah.
But the one I remember to this day is the Ninth Wonder drum kit.
Oh, well, Ninth Wonder, come on, man.
When that hit the internet and when I found that for the first time, and it probably existed long before I was on the internet, but when I found it for the first time.
Right.
And you start getting those big boxy snares, the poof, poof, and the like the rim shots and everything, I was like, oh my God, I can make boom bap beats till I die. That was the fun.
But the wild thing about Ninth Wonder when he came out, because everyone, and this is actually a funny Surrealist story too.
Oh shit.
Everybody was on MPCs, right? Like when Ninth Wonder was coming out.
And he was on FL Studio.
I'm an FL Studio baby. Like shout out to Nick too. He went to school with Marcel Young, Dr. Dre's son. Dr. Dre's son.
Oh no shit.
And the wildest thing was that he put us onto FL Studio. So then I was making beats off the demo version. So around the time when I heard people were tripping off of Ninth Wonder, I was like, what? FL Studio, like, you know, back then nobody was like making like classics and winning Grammys. It's like to see FL Studio now, it's like everybody's like, oh
that's
this
that's
is great.
The whole team, yeah.
And the quick Surrealist story is I'll never forget. We went to the Cypher Effect show, and KRS-One signed my hat.
Nice.
And I saw that he had an MPC. I said, bro, if you give me that MPC, I'll give you my KRS-One signed hat. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna keep my MPC. I was like, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right, that's a crazy trade for you to try to make. Hey, I got this hat that was signed by a legendary rapper, mind you. Was like, can I get that $3,000 piece of equipment?
Hey, I was trying to be a lawyer back then, man.
I respect it. No, I respect the hustle on that one. What MPC was it? Was it like a 2500 XL or?
I think was it a 3000?
3000? You were trying to trade a signed KRS-One hat for an MPC 3000? What crack do you smoke?
I was 20. And I was a delusional dreamer.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, that MPC 3000 is a beautiful machine.
I mean, come on. I mean, a lot of like.
That's the Dilla machine, stuff. Isn't it? Am I tripping?
It's the what?
Is that the Dilla machine? Is that the one he used?
I think it might be, or the SP. I forget what number that is, but he used the SP for a while.
Yeah, he was. I think him and Madlib both shared the SP 303.
Yeah,
the Boss machine. Yeah, that's what it was. Because there's that video of Madlib in Brazil making a bunch of beats with just a vinyl player and the SP 303, just looping shit.
Yeah.
So it's probably that, and I think it was the 3000.
And I think Q-Tip was on the SP too. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That or the MPC 2500.
He might. I know he was on the Renaissance, the Akai Renaissance for a while.
He was on the Akai Renaissance because then also Premiere. This is getting so fucking nerdy. The Premiere was on the MPC 1000 for a long time. No, he's on the MPC 50. The 9
Dude, Premiere is like
not the 50. What the fuck? What was whatever one was before the 1000?
I don't know what he does with his drums, but man, like Premiere, the way Premiere chops records and scratches, he's one of one.
He's one of one. No, Premiere is one of those fools that like, and this may be a hot take, but we're kind of getting to the point to where our legends in specifically the producer field are kind of just repeating the cycle to where yes, they're still cool, but they're not as exciting anymore. I love Primo, but Prime was the last big like, all right, Preem's doing something really exciting now.
What about Prime 2 though?
Prime 2 lost me. Prime 2 lost me a lot.
Nick and I banged Prime 1 like crazy.
Prime 1 is one of my favorite albums ever. The production on that, Royce is like finally getting the shine he deserves and is using all of that time where he was like making records, but almost nobody like peeped them as much as they should. And he finally got a stage to where he was just ripping Courtesy, You Should Know. Everything is incredible on that record. Prime 2 felt like the victory lap when we should have still been hungry.
Hey, but Rocket, that record is
that record's cool.
No, even
cool.
for DJing, can I rock it? Yes, you can. Like, even though it's the flip of
Can I kick it? Yeah, I don't.
But you know, any city, I'm gonna run it down, venue after venue. I'm gonna come around and rock it, and then Premiere, you know, I come around and rock it, like, and the chord progression and just the changes.
It's
like,
sick. It's
oh
sick.
my god!
I think I just have a personal aversion to anything super 80s hip hop. It was the one thing I never really got into. I respect it. I get it. It's the building blocks.
Yeah,
but if I'm in the function and all of a sudden I hear Rock the Bells, I'm going to get a drink. I just don't like it.
Bro, but Rakim comes.
I love rock. I love rock, but I'm also a big 90s Rakim fan. I like his two solo records more than I like Eric B and Rakim. While I still respect Eric B and Rakim, like I bang the master more than I do those first four Eric B and Rakim records.
I will say this though, there's not a lot of people messing with LL in the '80s. LL Cool J is like, I'm speaking as a DJ. Okay?
In the 80s, yeah. In the 80s.
Yeah, like I do a lot of generational things.
Big blocky letters in the 80s.
LL is like, he was Jay-Z before Jay-Z to me. Like, where hits, like where you have catalogs and generational hits and stuff that's like, it makes sense.
Okay.
And you gotta think when Def Jam was Def Jam. Like,
yeah, okay. No, you're making some good points here.
Like, come on, man.
He definitely had his time.
Was that dude? He's the one who created the whole greatest of all time. GOAT comes from LL.
I did not expect this to be an LL Cool J conversation, but
I just love
no,
LL.
but I'm fascinated by it because
love
LL is one of those guys. Well, once again, you got to respect all the people that came before that built the building blocks. Right. But in an era that had a Big Daddy Kane, in an era that had a Rakim,
I understand that. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
What the fuck are we in an era that I think Cool G was in the late 80s too. Cool G rap. Could be wrong on that, but LL in the 80s was definitely rock shit. But as soon as that clock ticked into 1990, 91. It's like he was.
Well, yeah, no, of course, but also too, LL was getting busy in the 2000s. LL was.
They call me Big Elliot. Shut the fuck.
No, Paradise. What are you talking about?
I've never heard Paradise, bro.
You never heard Paradise with Amory?
No.
See, that was before your time.
I mean, maybe.
Bro, what LL had a. Man, you gotta do your homework,
okay, so there's some little LL pockets, and I respect LL because two of my favorite like posse cuts of all time are LL babies, the I Shot You remix and 1 2 3 4.
Okay.
The one with like DMX, Redman, Meth, that, and also Master P for some fucking reason.
Don't disrespect Master P.
No, I love Master P. He just did not belong on that fucking beat.
I'm a no limit soldier.
He did not belong on that beat. He sounded so foreign on that shit. There's a reason why there's specific 1 2 3 4 versions that just don't have the Master P verse.
Right,
and it's so funny.
Yeah, no.
But LL to me, I mean, I respect it, and he has some hits. But if we're talking like a top 100, he's never on my list. He's never made it.
And that's fair. Hey, your list is your list. Uh-huh. The interesting thing, you know, now we're diving into rapper talk.
Is it 4 3 2 1? It's 4 3 2 1, not 1 2 3 4. I'm so happy I caught myself on that,
bro. The interesting thing is, like, what is your criteria? Because I think objectively speaking, Eminem totality is a better rapper than Jay-Z. But I still feel Jay-Z as a whole. And if we're looking at catalog, we're looking at cultural relevance. Like, there's a bunch of different elements in my head that makes someone the greatest of all time.
So this is actually, I love these conversations because everybody has different criteria for what makes the greatest.
Right.
And it's one of those things where it borders on both subjective and objective. So I'll kind of give my subjective and go into objective.
Yeah, go.
To me, what makes the GOAT is not only counting your hits, but counting your misses.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's your catalog. Mm-hmm. It's of course your pen, and I never really count cultural relevancy because there's a lot of amazing fools that a lot of people don't know about that are just as good, if not better, than the big ones. But I guess we can also add cultural relevancy in that, like impact. Let's say.
Yeah, the impact.
In that regard, if we're talking the M versus J discussion, once again, what are you talking about? There is no way okay. M's misses completely destroy his catalog.
Okay.
Because here's the thing.
This is a good take.
M has 3 of the most like culturally relevant, impactful albums ever in Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and Eminem Show. Undeniable.
Oh yeah.
And they're all very good records. I don't think they're amazing records because when you actually dive into the deeper cuts on there, you get a lot of misses. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot more misses on Slim Shady than there are on MMLP, and then Eminem shows this weird mix of like, this song's really good. What the fuck is this? This song is fine. It's a mixed bag.
Right.
But then once you get past that, you get into a sea of shit. You get Encore, which is not a good album. You get Relapse, which is a really weird album. You get Recovery, which is not a good album. And then it's just this. It's then you hit Revival, then you hit the Music to Be Murdered By, where it's just this this feels like slop. It feels like he is cooking up shit gumbo and it's music. It's not good. It's just there's nothing off of those records that are in any way listenable from a like any standpoint to me.
Hey Eminem, I found some stuff on all those albums.
Look, man, he's 100% in the GOAT conversation.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That 99 to 2003 period, he's one of the best writers in the world.
Oh, hands down.
His like incredible. My two favorite M songs, and we've done March Madness brackets, me and the homies, so many fucking times. And for me, it always comes down to two. It's Role Model and Soldier.
Soldier is incredible.
So his rhyme schemes on Soldier are insane. Especially that second verse where he's like assault and get sued, waltz in the root, like that whole multi, incredible. But dear God, man, his misses really start to overshadow his hits.
Well, for me, Nick would agree. Sing for the Moment is incredible.
It's a good record. It's a good record. It's not for me, but it's a good record.
Very underrated. No Apologies off the re-up. It's kind of a deep cut. I know. No apology. He raps his behind off for me.
Man, the re-up is such a weird. That's the Shady Records.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is such a mixed bag of a fucking out. There's an Obi Trice song on that record that I love to death. I think it's no, it's not Pistol remix. That's on fucking the D12 record. There's an Obi Trice record on the re-up that's incredible, and some also nice appearances from like Cassius and shit.
But also too, the song Infinite off of Infinite is one of my favorite records.
Oh, Infinite's an incredible record. It gets slept on all the time.
The way he's rhyming, like some people said during that time, he was trying to sound like AZ, but like I was like, no, Infinite still holds up. Like,
but also if you're gonna sound like anybody in the mid '90s, AZ's a great pick.
AZ is very underrated, but I love the fact that AZ, especially now, is still
he's still cooking.
No, he's still cooking. He's still doing his thing.
But we gotta just this is the M and J conversation real quick.
Oh yeah, no, let's get
Jay is also somebody to where his misses are definitely misses. You know?
Oh yeah, of course. Kingdom Come. I got that album for Christmas.
Oh, I'm
20
so
years
sorry.
ago.
I'm so sorry. There's two records on Kingdom Come that are incredible. Lost Ones and the title track.
Well, shout out to Dr. Dre for producing Lost Ones.
Oh, he did do Lost Ones, didn't he?
If you think about it, it sounds like a Dre beat.
It does sound like a Dre beat. That's hilarious. And then Kingdom Come is a great Just Blaze flip of that fucking I'm in here.
Just Blaze is, that whole Rockefeller era.
Oh, man.
What We Do Freeway. I'm not even from Philly. I feel like I'm from Philly when that drops.
Oh, bro, I could probably rap that front to back as best as I could. Like, I played that so fucking often.
That record is crazy.
It's incredible.
Here's how I feel about it. Look, the reason why I feel more Jay-Z, right?
You're on the Jay-Z side of things?
I'm on the Jay-Z.
Oh, cool. That's the correct opinion.
Yeah, like for me with Jay, it's just I have to always explain to people, I have like 4 sets of ears, right? So I have it as, am I going to listen to this in my everyday life, right? The other one is like, okay, my DJ ear. Like, am I going to be able to play this out?
Those records still go.
Right. Next one is like mass appeal, right? Like, is this going to appeal to people? And then it's like, okay, can I listen to this with like other people around? Kind of like that's kind of like the rough estimate of like
Jay fits all of those categories.
Yeah, it's like even I had to do a graduation party last week. Dude, I'm playing Rock Boys. The kid just graduated high school. He just got a part scholarship. Like, even Show Me What You Got. And then if you're playing for like our crowd would be 30 and up. Oh man, excuse me, miss. I just want to love you.
Yeah, brother. There's so many.
There's so many Jay-Z bangers. Crazy in Love with Beyonce, just that verse. Even Suit and Tie with Justin Timberlake.
You could throw on Frontin' just for the J verse on the back.
Frontin'. One of the coldest 8 bars ever.
Oh man. Yeah. So if I just recently did a Jay deep dive as well because I grew up with Jay. I had Blueprint 2 Gift and Curse on CD as a kid.
Right.
Not the best Jay album to have on CD, but it was there. Right. I knew Pop and Tags front to back for the longest times, the Twistiverse. But he has 3 undeniable, these are incredible records.
Oh, yeah.
It's Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album.
That Black Album. Incredible. People sleep on that Black Album.
It's ridiculous.
Nick is going to appreciate this. Who had the better verse on Renegade? J or M?
I think M got him on that one.
I agree.
I think M got him on that one. That's fair. And actually, that's the only song on Blueprint I don't love.
Wow.
Renegade's not my favorite. It's I don't love the like 2000 to 2004. You can tell Eminem produced these beats that were all the fucking like gongs and shit and like the dark piano beats. Didn't love the cross on Nas's Godson.
Got it.
I hate that fucking beat. I can't stand those beats.
Well, he did one off of the Tupac movie. I think the soundtrack. Dying to Live.
I don't think I ever heard that one.
That beat is crazy. And then you know what? On Black Album, he did I think Moment of Clarity.
Yeah, and
that beat is pretty.
That's one of the rarest examples to where someone's writing and vocal delivery keep me through the beat that I don't like. Mm-hmm. I don't love Moment of Clarity.
Wow, you don't like that one?
No, I don't like the beat.
Like
but Jay's writing on that makes me want to keep listening.
The nuance.
The nuance. Oh my God. That's the one where he talks about if I rapped like Common Sense, I wouldn't made $1 whatever the fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one's incredible.
And I love Common too.
And also I'll just say this right here just because this might bridge in this conversation. People have this discussion and I find it foolish because Jay is better than Nas.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but that 16 that Jay had on Takeover is better than the entirety of Ether. It is more nuanced. It is more straight to the point. And also, what do we think of the entire Jay point of the 4 albums in 10 years I Can Divide? That's a better dissection of Nas than anything he has on Ether.
Oh, man.
The Jay-Z and Cockafella records. Like, I'm sorry, it's not as good as, hey, you've had a 10-year long career and you have one album that's really good and the rest is a slow decline and you want to come at me when I have like 3 classics in the vault? I'm sorry, it's a better disc.
No, I mean, look. Here's some nuance for you. Who do I think, in terms of the GOAT conversation, I roll with Jay.
I do too.
In terms of who is my favorite between the two, if I had to choose, I'm choosing Nas.
That's crazy.
Illmatic, no. It ain't hard to tell is the record that literally we have it here. We have
look. Yeah, let me.
We have Illmatic on here.
Hand me that fucking record. No. I love Illmatic.
Hold on, so we don't drop it.
Oh, and the Dilla solo record's incredible too.
Oh yeah. No, we'll pass that to you right now.
Let's not get anything misconstrued. This is one of the best albums of all time. It's to the point to where I use this as the blueprint when I'm sequencing records. This is 10 songs, 1 intro, and 9 songs, and not a single miss. That is hard to pull off. And as a debut record, he is rapping his ass off on this. Every beat is phenomenal. It encompasses an entire vibe. It's insane to me that this has like 9 different producers on it.
I mean, Q-Tip, DJ Premier, Large Professor,
Pete Rock.
I mean, the world is yours. I mean, come
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is an incredible record, and it almost feels like an impossible record considering how disjointed it sounds when you explain it to somebody.
He wrote it when he was 16.
He wrote it when he was 16. But, and I'm sorry, this is the only one.
I mean,
this is the only one.
Well, Nas over the last 10 years has been better at selecting beats.
He has, it's not even the beats problem. He has a problem with, the reason why this record is great is because his pen is incredible, the beats are incredible, and it's lean. And you know what? Each song has a topic that he stays to. One of Nas's biggest problems is that he never feels like he can stay on topic. He feels like he'll get 8 bars through a verse and then it'll switch for 4 and then he might get back on the topic in the last 4.
It's crazy.
I've listened to Nas my whole life, and the only reason I have this opinion is because I was a Nas fan for a long time, and I still am. Don't get me wrong, but when you look at his discography, what is another like front to back great listen without any like super deep lows?
You don't like Stillmatic?
Stillmatic has some great songs on it, but there's like 6 that are either forgettable or just plain not great.
Oh man!
Even It Was Written is like solid.
But there's a
couple that are just
I hear you, man. Hey, Nas, I still want to interview you. Don't let this ruin.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'd still love. If I ever get the chance, I'd love to work with him and do dope things and make good music. But I'm still a fan and listener at the end of the day. And the more we're honest about things, the more hopefully things can be better. The last Nas record to get close to this, to give you credit, was the first Magic album.
Okay. All right.
That
all right.
to me,
I'll give it to you.
I was like, okay, he's rapping like his ass off on every song. There's dope concept. Like the City is Ugly. It's Ugly beat that's one of my favorite Nas songs ever. And that's in the last 4 or 5 years. That record has a lot more cohesion.
Got it.
But sadly, when I try to listen to the King's Disease records, they feel too grandiose and feel really all over the place. I don't really enjoy them that much.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, you have an album.
Oh, I do?
You have an album. We gotta see how critical you are about your own album.
Oh, dog. You want to have that conversation?
Yeah. So tell us the title. So
the album I just put out through Broken Complex, shout out DJ Hoppa, thank you for everything, is Got Rich, Died Trying. And it is a producer album with the loose concept of the title of like trying to chase it all, and you end up with, and at the end of the day, you either end up with nothing, or as soon as you get it, you lose it.
I mean, DJ Hoppa is an 818 legend. I mean, not even just for the stuff he did with Funk Volume, but just as a beat maker, as a DJ, one of the best scratchers I've ever heard.
He's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And as a Funk Volume kid, it's dope to have a dope relationship with him.
I mean, he doesn't talk about it much. Shout out to Damian Ritter. That's my guy.
No shit.
I DJ'd his wedding.
Wow. That's
beautiful. And then Corona and I went to his industry event. Like, shout out to him and his wife and his baby.
Man.
I don't think his baby's even one yet, but that's shout out to her.
Wow.
Yeah, but how did that come to be, working with Hoppa?
So, I'll try to make this not as a long story as it more than likely is, but I used to have a homie. His name was Axel. He's since passed away. He was an incredible producer. Young kid, about 20 years old, came in from New Zealand. Okay. By the time I met him, he was in LA for maybe like 5 months and had already just been putting belt to ass. Really, really talented. Like a Rick Rubin type almost. Like he would piss me off because we'd be working on a song together and he'd be like, hey, take out that tambourine. I go, are you sure? I feel like it's kind of vital. He's like, no, take it out. And the song would feel better. He just had an ear for it. Apparently he'd been making beats since he was 12.
That's crazy.
Like just like on it constantly. And he invited me to the studio. I forget how he found me, but he invited me to the studio he was working at, which is a place called Swanton Studios, which was the B room in Hoppa's Broken Complex Studios in North Hollywood. And him and I met, and we immediately began both a really dope friendship and a great working relationship. And I would just go there, we'd make songs. That kind of brought, there was a whole crew of people that used to be out there that we'd all work together. And that lasted maybe 2-3 months. And he passed away on New Year's Eve suddenly.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were all in the hospital for a month, just making sure our homie was good and waiting for his family to get in from New Zealand. It was a rough time. It's not my favorite memory. I don't love New Year's Eve as a holiday. I've had 2 people die on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
But through that, I ended up working at Swanton more. And through there, just forged a relationship with Hoppa just because he was around. And we'd end up having conversations and just talking, nothing businessy, just I paid him rent. I split the rent with the other fool that was at Swanton. And we just ended up kind of forging, I'd say a decent friendship. And we ended up leaving the studio, finding our other paths. And I was just kind of, this record had been in the works since 2022, 23.
Okay.
And the thing is that it's a great example of putting a puzzle together when all the pieces don't fit. Because none of the songs were really made for the record, except for the one with Hoppa, Win or Die, with Khan. That was made for the record. Everything else are different songs I had and Lucy's and I have this one that never got used, or let me get permission to use this one, or hey, me, Surrealist Vel, Tom, and Lord Sko all made this song in New York just on the fuck of it, and all of them went like, well, have their own stuff. Let me see if I can pocket this and work on it, and so on and so forth. So I when I was starting to piece it together over the years, and I had finally gotten to a place where I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this. My lady knows she's on my ass all the time. I don't really love everything that I do because I can always hear just breathe. I can always like the imperfections of everything, and I especially as soon as I'm done with it and I let it go, I immediately go, well, I could have done that better. And that's what the next one is for.
Yeah, that's what the life of a producer, like DJing and radio and what we do will teach you how to live with what happened. It's like you can't. It happened. It's just, it is what it is.
But
making beats and making music is like, I wish I would have did.
I have to let things go at a certain point. Otherwise I will mix it or change it to death. And even certain songs on Got Rich Died Trying, this is going to get nerdy. There's 2 records on there. Hold You Tight with my homegirl Vel, and Martyr's Gift with Vel, Surrealist, Sko, Tom. Those are not how those songs were originally. Hold You Tight was a complete like worse drums, was not tracked the way it was. I went in there, added like 808s, trap drums, extended it, added a choir, orchestral stuff. Martyr's Gift, I added that beat switch, concocted a whole new beat, pieced it together. Sometimes I really need to just get into the nitty gritty of everything until I'm satisfied with it, because I can always feel when a song doesn't feel right.
Right.
Even if I can't explain it yet, I can feel it. Right. And that's what it felt like with those 2. But to answer your question about Hoppa, as I finally started getting the record finished, I became to the conversation like, all right, well, what do I do with this? And I just reached out to Hoppa. I was like, hey, I have this record. I know you have a label. We had a conversation, and all props to him. He loved the record and he decided to be a part of it. That's why we have a Win or Die with Hoppa and Khan. That's why Make Some Cash has Kale. That's why Shattered Dreams has Marley. Like, he reached out to his network. That's why Jaron Benton is on Write Your Congressman.
Yeah, big shout out to Jaron.
Big shout out to Jaron. He helped put those pieces together for me. And so I owe him a lot for that. And also just to, thank you to everybody who was on that record. That record doesn't get made without Vel, without Surrealist, without Sko, without Tom, without Hans sequenced the fucking record. There's so many different people that are on that. I'm not going to sit here and go through the entire list, but just know that I appreciate everybody who was on there to make that possible so that I could then sit and be a madman about it for 3 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't wait to fully give it a listen and play some stuff on the show, The Great Late Show. Before we get up out of here, pick a record. Which one of these would you say really helped you develop your sound or inspired you, man?
Fuck me. All right, I'll try to make this as quick as possible. There's some incredible records here. God, the new Jobbies record's incredible. But I think out of everything here, I mean, it just has to make sense. So, Food came at a time in my life where I was like 16, and it completely changed everything I knew about production and writing. This is one of the best writers of all time.
Oh, hands down.
This is one of the best fools at just being free as a writer, because all of his, like most of his songs are just full stream of consciousness, but the places he went were so interesting. And also,
oh yeah, we gotta get that on camera.
Yeah, I got the Doom tattoo embedded in my skin. May he rest in peace. And I love this record. It's not, I wouldn't say my favorite of his. I think I lean more towards a Mad Villainy on most cases.
I believe we have it somewhere in here.
Oh, is Mad Villainy down there?
Yeah, it should be in here.
Mad Villainy is incredible.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay. A little switcheroo. Generic answer, but there's a magic on this album that I try to recreate.
Accordion alone. And even the way this was made, the fact that literally Madlib just gave Doom like a bunch of beats, and Doom sat in a room in a house by himself, sometimes would just sleep on top of like the records, or like sleep on the floor, wake up, keep writing. I don't know how this is good as it is. Yeah, I actually got that and Dilla's Donuts at Stone's Throw Superfest, I believe, 2016. So
yeah, this is if you ever want to make an incredible audio movie, use this as a blueprint, because the way Madlib interweaves vocal clips and interweaves little skits, and just like, this is how a hip hop album should flow front to back, seamless and like you're putting on a movie. And I try to capture that as much as I can in my records.
Yeah, before we get up out of here, What can we look forward to, especially these next coming months?
Man, a lot, but I'll try to keep it streamlined. I'm working with a lot of people, and I'm grateful to be. Per the hoodie, I'm doing a lot of work with Sick Jackin from the Psycho Realm.
Man.
Grateful. Shout out my OG.
Yeah, we talked about him with Cyrilus and that interview.
Oh man, just the one of the best men I have met, both on this planet and in this industry. Just a truly good dude. I'm doing a lot of work with him and helping build different projects. One of those is Cyrilus, which I'm very excited for people to hear that. It's going to be incredible. I've got a collaboration album with my homie Propaganda, which I'm looking forward to. I've got another solo record I'm piecing together for the end of the year. And then just placements, man. Big Time Bacon and I are working. My homie Mickey Bang and I are working. Inzom, Vel, the list really just goes on and on and on. Just the goal for me is just expect me to see me as in many places as people will allow me.
Man, it's incredible. Social media for people to follow you.
Oh, it's me on the screen. At who's.music for my Instagram. I think it's at Who's Makes Beats on TikTok. I'm trying to make a new TikTok that's more production focused. The other one was kind of weird. Whosisthis.com for my website and my portfolio. And I think those are the only three that really fucking matter, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Spotify, streaming services, just Who's. You'll see my fucking little goatee.
Yeah, for our listeners and our viewers, everything at Justified Media Network. Once again, everything at Justified Media Network. This is Justin Muzak reporting live from Justified Media. We'll catch you on the next one.
Here.